I'll finish on this. I'm thankful for a washer and a dryer. And the reason why I say that is I get to go sit at the laundromat today with my 12 hours that I'm home because I don't even have my washer because it's out and they're painting the washroom. So, don't ever forget the things that you're super grateful for. So my 12 hours home, I'll be working too at the laundry mat. Okay, let's go. Y'all know I like to start up in the Instagram. I like to spend 6 minutes there. Your goal in Instagram is to go and just comment on 5 things. And if I'm not even going to say it because y'all all come here in the mornings. So 5 things in 6 minutes, I want you just to make a comment. Just go in and make a comment. Maybe you had a heck of a post that you posted last night, and it's going to be a lot easier for you because people have commented back on that. Whatever. If it's harder for you to do and you struggle with it, start in your stories and make a comment on something that they do, on a family, on whatever. That's where we're going to start. 6 minutes. I'm going to get that timer started and go find out what my puppy dog is chewing on real quick because she loves the painter's tape. If you happen to just jump on, we're working on in our Instagram on making 5, just replying to 5 things, whether it's a custom conscious comment, maybe you've just developed a relationship with somebody, going in, making that. And again, I know I only said 5, and some of you are probably like, that's nothing. Some of you were like, holy moly. I think 5 is just a good number to do 3 times a day, is why. Also, the main deal is to make sure that you are doing it on a daily basis. And remember, when you first start off, it is hard for me to get 5 sometimes, because I don't want, Lindsay's famous saying, I don't want to just throw stuff at the wall. Sometimes I get people that comment back, sometimes I don't, but that's life, right? Y'all are just going to have to get over it. You're going to lay in my bed with me because they're painting in my room today and I don't get to sit in it. So I'm going to sit in it this morning. I have no chairs anywhere is the problem, people, other than my bed. Come on. Oh, that's your timer. We just have a little, just a little music going on. All right. One thing I want to remind you, the more you do that each day, the easier Instagram will eventually get, and you will start getting people that will comment back. You will start unfollowing people that you're like, why am I friends with these people? All of the things. So the next thing we're going to go do is we're going to go make our post. Whether that's an Instagram post that you have, maybe you have a reel that you're ready to do, and I want you to do your story. So you should have already done your story with your product this morning, whatever product that is. I can tell you, what was it, 3 weeks ago, when Tammy specifically said, every morning you need to make sure that whatever you post or whatever product that you post, that you tell it what it does for you. I love Thrive like that, but you know how hard that's freaking been to make sure that I'm saying something or putting something on there of what it does for me. But you know what it's reminded me to do? Because you sometimes forget how bad you felt before Thrive. It really reminded me how bad I felt before Thrive. So keep that in mind. But I want you to go, let's talk about this community and how you have the opportunity every single day to work with like-minded individuals, whatever that is for you. Maybe you can't talk because you're at work. So I want, if you can, everybody turn your cameras on. If you can't, that's fine. I get it. Turn your camera on and just say something. If you can't say anything, then just scroll through, hit the second page, and just put on a fun song and just type out what we just said. So it's totes up to you how you make it work and what you do. So ready, set, and grow. Look at all these faces on with me this morning. They're even in bed with me because I am in bed working this business in my pajamas. Look at them. Look at them. It's the community. So we leave on a leadership retreat in the morning, and I am really trying to, like, my focus is going to be community, sisterhood, because I feel like that if I can't get them on vitamins and minerals, I feel like there's some women out here that need some sisterhood. So we've worked on that. Now we're going to move over to our Facebook world, and we're going to work consciously in Facebook. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you 8 minutes 8 minutes can be your birthdays. I want you to make sure you do the same exact thing. I want you to comment on 5 things, whether that's in the stories, that's on a feed. Maybe you did a post yesterday. I did my famous post that always pops up every year. I did show me what your favorite thing over the holiday weekend was. And I comment on like 3 or 4, comes back to the top. I'll comment on 3 or 4. So in this 8 minutes, I'll do 3 of those, go do 5 separate, and do my birthday post. So everybody works it differently, but you got 8 minutes to do it. So let's make the most of it. I am definitely going to have to chat GPT or whatever her name is. I'm actually going to call it a man because it's very picky. Um, work on a birthday message, a new birthday message, because I feel like my birthday message is it's made its way back around, and then it's made its way, a different one's made its way back around. So I need something fresh and fun to work on. Unless somebody on here has a great message that's truly new and been working for you.
Lindsay, I always say that I can talk faster than I type. So I just go in and I send them a voice clip and I can do it super quick. And I wish them a happy birthday. And that actually gets more attention than a post, whether it's the day of, the day before, or the day after. And I get a message back almost immediately because I went to a different route and it's a voice clip.
Well, Sandra Dean, I'm so happy you told me that, because I will be honest, that is one I've never done. I've heard about it, but I've never used my voice because I feel like every time I think about it, I'm in a hurry. But I'm just going to do that one because I think that that's perfect. See how we have to work together, guys, because sometimes we overthink it. And I agree. I'm nosy. I want to know what the hell people say to me. I mean, I'm pretty sure if it's your birthday, they're going to know, but I don't know. Maybe they want to give me $1 million or something.
Hey, I'm going to piggyback on what Sandra just said. She's the one that actually, and I don't have my camera on, y'all, sorry. She's the one that actually told me about doing that birthday message. We were sitting at a pool on one of the trips. And so I didn't do it for a while, but I've been doing it really a lot this year. And I tell you where it hits home a lot is the people that are the non-thrivers that I've developed some kind of relationship along the way, met them somewhere, and dependent on that friendship. And I can't sing worth a lick, but I'll sing the first line of happy birthday and then laugh and just say, hope your day is the best. You don't know how many people have come back and said, that was the best part of my day. So it's just making that relationship. So I piggybacked on what Sandra was doing, and it's really good.
See, there we go, guys. We have two people that I just simply asked a simple question of how I need to change it up, and overthinker brain here. There it is. And I can legit see Glenna singing that first thing and then laughing it out with her little laugh. I can see Sandra just saying that and her bubbly, especially because Sandra is from Texas. And if she's sending her accent to people that aren't from Texas, everybody loves that. Like, that's a thing. People just love that. So, okay, on it. See, guys, we just utilize our resources, and y'all heard that fun song. It's time to get out and do the next. Sorry, my daughter's texting me, and do the next fun little project. So our next project is going to be our groups. We're going to spend 4 minutes in a group, one group. What I want you to do is go comment on 3. This is your challenge for the day. I want you to go comment on 3. And sometimes in my groups, it's super simple. I know in other people's groups, it's not. Maybe they asked a question. Maybe whatever it is, you just need to go make 3 comments for you to give that suggestion. If you're not in a group where you can't easily do 3 comments, you need to find a new group. That's all I'm going to say. And if you want to be uber challenged, I want to ask you to take it to the next step, do your 3, and then make your post for the day. My post is new airplane snacks. What's some fun, fast? I've asked that a million times, and I know the answer to that. However, there are people that are snacky people like me, and they have new, different, fun things. Like, for instance, I would have never bought some snacks that Tammy put at Thrive-Palooza. And I love those little PB&J things now if I can find them at the Sam's Club. So it never hurts you. Even if you've asked that question before in your group, it doesn't hurt you to re-ask it if it's been some time. I mean, do you think I remember anything that anybody asked? Hell no. And you got 30 seconds. So make it count. All right, so now we've done all of our things within like trying to just, I truly and firmly believe in doing everything and then making your post, because I do feel like it's seen a lot more. So now go make your post. If your story doesn't feed over to your Facebook, then go do your story again in there. If it doesn't, I would highly encourage you to do it. It's just a way easier step. If you're going to make a reel, whatever it is that you're doing, guys, one of the things that I do 90% of the time is I go to my memories and I see what I posted last year and see if it just resonates with anything I'm feeling in the moment. Plus, I love to look at my memories just to see where I was at. Sometimes it's good for me, I'm terrible about taking my own pictures, but I'll do like a before and after if I feel like it's a better picture. But make your post. When it's Wednesday, welcome, or maybe it's a welcome Wednesday. Maybe you have a new customer, welcome, or a new promoter. You can welcome them to the Thrive Life. Wellness Wednesday, Workout Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesday, Wise Woman Wednesday. I mean, if you're one of those kinds of people, you could come up with anything. Why Wednesday? All of the things like that. I can damn sure say that Elite has been a game changer for so many people, because like my memories are back from a Cabo one, an Arizona leadership retreat we did 2 years, and half these people don't even look the same. So that's going to be, I'm going to do that as a comparison one too. Get that fun little post all made up. And another thing, your notes section should look like somebody has thrown up in it. And I know that sounds terrible, but if I don't have a lot of time, I go through my memories. If I see something I like, I copy, I paste it in my notes, and I'm like community or self-confidence or whatever I always try to title it with what it goes towards, because in that moment, like I want to go find something that I can talk about this or talk about that or whatever, because I don't want to go have to search for that again. I know there's a way in Facebook to do it, but I don't have time to learn, and nor do I have time to search more. So if in the moment you don't need that post, but you're like, oh, it's good, just copy and paste it and put it in your notes and put like what it's in regards to, so that you kind of have an idea when you're scrolling through your notes. All right. So there's a couple of things I'm going to do totally different than all of y'all are going to do, because I've been gone and out of the country for a couple of days. But some of the things that I think are important, I'm going to follow up. Number one, I'm going to get all my auto ships for the 10th set in place, signed, sealed, delivered, because we have a leadership retreat this weekend. Plus, I like to just be ahead of the game and all of the things. I don't want to have to be fretting over that. Number two, anybody that ordered over the weekend on the promo, I am going to go in and look at their shipping and just kind of give them a little update of what that may or may not be, just because I think that is customer service. And my main focus from here on out, yes, we changed our rank stuff. Yes, we have compensation plans coming out the wazoos, these bonuses. I've got to get back in customer signing machine mode. I have to flip it, because I need customers loving this experience that are going to turn into promoters. And so for me, that's where my focus is going. It always is, but of course I want people to earn these bonuses and have a debt-free Christmas. Absolutely. That's a no-brainer, but I need to get this product in their systems first, prove to them why they need it, or prove to them that they love it, and then go and talk about the business opportunity with them. So that's kind of where my mind shift is going to be. And what that entails for me is, number one, the easiest way is to go back to my Thrivers Who Quit. Always. Every single month, I always go and do last order. I go to my back office, click on the last order. Anybody that didn't order last month, I just start reaching out to them. Hey, I have a 15% off coupon code, which, by the way, if anybody has that, could we drop that in the chat? Because I'm pretty sure we have one floating around somewhere, and I do have somebody that's going to take advantage. 15% code. Again, if you don't have that, always ask your upline or get in because somebody somewhere, one is going to be floating around. And if not, then just know you have credits, whatever the case is, and reach out to them and get them back. 9 times out of 10, it could have just been last month. I mean, school supplies and all of the fees if they're starting school sports and things. Thank you, Rhonda. So if y'all need a code, you need to get your honey in there right now. Copy that little code. Go put it in your notes section real quick, which is exactly what I'm doing. And she says that booger is good for through tomorrow. Oh, goodness, it's not copying. So I got to type it in real quick, folks. What in the world? 1588 NDV. All right. So I'm going to go and do that. Reach out to all of these individuals. Remember, sometimes it takes people a month to be off Thrive, and they're like, oh crap. And it just means you being that top of the mind awareness to send them that message and say, hey, just checking on you. Hope the kids, I do not start off my message with, hey, Susan, do you want to start your Thrive Back? I have 15% off. No, I'll do a little searchy search on Susan's page, see what's going on in her life. Hey, Susan, see, Briston's back at college and Talon's living his rodeo life. Oh my gosh. I know that, Empty Nesting's treating you well. I wanted to see and let you know I have a 15% off coupon code. Sound good. Let's get you back. Something like that. That's off the cuff, but you get the gist. It isn't just a salesy. I make sure that I see what they're doing, because there is nothing worse than if you send something like that. And what if that's the day that their cat, their horse, something passed away or something super sick, and you don't acknowledge that? Guys, I'm going to tell you a vulnerable moment. I've done that. I have done that. And it was the actual Thriver that had passed away. So shame on me for not knowing that. So I will be honest with you. You need to do a little bit of research, see where they're at, and then go. And you know what? Maybe they do have a lot of chaos going on, and maybe it's not the time for you to say, hey, I have a 15% off code. Maybe you just need to check on them. I feel like that's a customer service thing. and it goes hand in hand with working your IPA business. Another thing that I'm going to work on is not today, but through this retreat, which Tammy probably is fixing to run for the hills. I'm going to do a little bit more of that chat GPT. I know it's working for people. If you do not know what I'm talking about, there is, you can go to Tammy Battaglia's YouTube, and she sets it up for you and tells you all the ins and outs of what it does and how it does it. But I will tell you this, you just have to play with it. You just have to get down and dirty with it. You have to play with it. But if you are like me and you're an overthinker and you're not fast off the cuff of posts that are genuine about who you are, then those are where people are getting that from. Even down to like Briley's using it to reply back and to help make her resume. Briley's using it even for school. Like it's a thing. It's a legit thing. I didn't even know it. I mean, I knew it, but I didn't realize that it was really going to be that beneficial to me. Anybody else want to say it? So I've talked. I want for y'all to tell me the part 2 video on her YouTube. Yeah, if you're wanting to look, Tammy spells her name. Go into the chat and look at how sweet Tammy B spells her name, because that's what you have to type into YouTube. I'm just dumbing it down because I'm that person. Her, yes, her part 2 video is definitely all about getting very specific on it too. Because I'm short and sweet. She's taught me how to like short and sweet chat and tell him to like, hey, I need that shorter. I need that funnier. I need that whatever. And it's like really does work. So find her name, go search her out. Don't blow up her messenger. Just go watch her videos. Not saying that you will, but
I second.
All right, I want to open this
Lindsay,
up. Yes, ma'am.
I second all that you just said. I've been waiting for a minute to plug it in with Tammy's introducing us to the chat GPT. But I will say this, it does take time, as you already said. But even if you don't have the time to do it and you're kind of okay with your post, plug your post in there and ask it to add hashtags. Like that right there was a time saver for me because I overthink them way too much.
So she did a reverse psychology right there, guys. Shelly just took what she already had, threw it in there and said, hey, help me come up with hashtags or whatever. So see, it's just so easy for the overthinker brain. I would have never thought to go that way, to actually put my post in there and say, work with me this way. So it's huge. And again, let's just be honest, take advantage of it while you can, folks, because I'm pretty sure he's going to start charging us money down the road. Isn't all good things come to an end at some point? So use them while you have it. And then when you have that knowledge, it's Battaglia right above what you just posted, Renee. You'll see it. That's her name. Battagglia. But utilize those resources. So real quick, I want to know, off the cuff for y'all, like, what are you working on personally on, like, do you have a certain promo that you're working on? Do you have something that you're doing right now for you and your team that's working? She just put the YouTube link in the chat too, if you just want to go copy that real quick. Is there something that you're doing customer or promoter wise, personally, or for your team, because we're all leaders here, that you're working or that you've started for the month of September and you're just trying to see where it goes? And maybe you're 6 days in and you're like, I'm really feeling good about this, or, hey, I need to tweak some things. Anybody want to speak up on that note?
I'm working on getting my customers thriving for free, because I've only had one customer thrive for free. And I actually got accounts under 3 customers. So hopefully September, they'll all be thriving for free for the first time.
Okay. So I'm going to take you a little further and challenge you. What are you doing to do that?
So this month, I personally don't need any product. So I am dividing up my credits and my $20 promos that are left, and I'm offering that to them and to their customers.
Okay. See, I love that, because I think that sometimes we, again, just don't realize how simple it is. And kudos to you, Brandy, for utilizing your hard work to help other people thrive for free. So that is awesome. And one thing I've learned, something as simple as free shipping is huge for people. You know, that, because you're not discounting the product too much, but you're giving somebody some free shipping. So good luck on that, because no doubt your samples have been insane over the last month. Anybody else doing something in particular, personally or in their team, that they're doing this month that is either working or you've just kind of started it because we're only 6 days into the month? What you got?
I didn't start it this month, but I did start it several months ago. I went back to a calendar and writing all of my information down in a calendar and tracking it. And I mean, not that I haven't been tracking it, I've just been tracking it a different way. So I kind of needed something to jazz it up, and writing it down and tracking it has literally for the last 3 months, I think it's gained my momentum in my business. I have people that are interested in thriving, a list of 17 to be exact. I just haven't got the order yet. And I've had the highest PPA in the last 2 months that I have had in a while. So I don't know, it's working and I like it.
Well, golly, I'm going to have to take you up on that one, which I do know that you hosted our Zoom last night. So I'm excited to go back and watch that, because I was in the air and that didn't work. So I'll definitely be stealing some of your tips on that. Nancy, is there a training and prepping, planning out the week, batching content for posts? I don't personally have one. But I guarantee you, if somebody knows of one in general, I know they're out there. I just am trying to think of leaders that probably do it. I just don't know.
Lindsay, back to Thriving for Free. Here's something that I've done the last couple of months. I had this one girl who, she'd been a pretty good referral machine, but she finally got to Thrive for Free last time. And anyway, so I asked her, I said, hey, Rachel, when you get your stuff, do a quick post, because so many people are skeptical. When we say Thrive for Free, they automatically think, yeah, I'm not selling that. And I said, so throw up a post, just show your product, show your face, you're beautiful. And so she was overthinking it. She goes, but I didn't get all of this for free. I said, you got 3 parts of it free. And she's just super honest. So she was like, okay. I'm like, no words, just say, holy moly, I can't believe I got all this free. Y'all, I don't sell this. And we've had probably maybe 6 3-way chats from that post. Just her showing the product and saying it. And people know that she's not a promoter. So, just the fact of really being a believer that you can get the product free. So that's working. And I've got some more that are getting ready to do that too, but I don't want to do them all at the same time. Just kind of spread the love.
I love that. You don't want to do them all at the same time, because you don't want 25 chats, and you want to focus on one person and give them that confidence. That little kick of confidence that Glenna just gave her is huge, because it is scary to post on social media. People don't want to be bombarded. They don't want to be known as the Thrive salesperson. We personally are all on here. We love that. We want that. But there are people that just don't. And a simple do this, and here's the verbiage, can go a long freaking way, people. I guarantee you that, because I've been in this business. Yeah, go on.
I mean to interject, sorry. But especially like if it is somebody that's scared of social media, and I've had those too, I'll say, listen, you do the post, I'll do the follow-up. You got to do nothing. This is my job, not yours. And if they'll put me in the chat or whatever, or if there's somebody that won't do a group chat, some people just won't. When somebody asks on their post, I'll say, hey, they'll tag me in it, of course. And I'll say, hey, I'll message you. And then they're so confident that they don't have to do anything. And it helps.
And this is coming from a person that leads our PPA leaderboard quite frequently, guys. So always piggyback off of that. That's something that I need to do better about. I need to get with my people and say, hey, listen, I need you to make this post that and also, even if they didn't get it for free, maybe they're just okay with paying every month. Just remind them, hey, would you make a quick post and tag me in it that says, I've been doing this for however long. I just can't imagine going a day without it. I probably have 7 legit customers that could give rat's ass less if they Thrive for free. But I always tell them, I have started doing because I need those 10 free email accounts and different things. You go and get, make this post or do this. I'll give you $5 for every person that you either get in a chat with me or that we get a free account set up for, in credits. Now, I'm not saying that works for everybody, but you've just got to think different ways outside the box of what works. And you also have to remember, I'm going to put this in there in big, bold, red letters. They're doing it, but ultimately it's work on you. So just like Glenna said, don't go doing all of that at once, or you're going to be in 20 group chats and you're not going to be good at anything if it blows up, right? And you don't know yet. So take a customer a week or every 3 or 4 days and say, hey, let's go post this, or let's go do that, or whatever the case is, and go from there. So we're 10 minutes away. I just want to ask, is there any last minute things that anybody's doing? I do know Tammy is doing a daily bingo card with tasks to complete the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and beyond. I do love that. She totally came up with that to kick off her September. And it's just crazy. People love activities. They love to be rewarded in some way, shape, or form, even if it's just a shout out that they won the bingo thing that week. So Tammy, anything you want to add to that, since you're, I guess, a weekend now on your bingo?
It's been time consuming to create it, but I have it all in my Canva so I can repeat it. And yes, like you said, people like to have a challenge. We all know what the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is, but sometimes it's like thinking of what to do or how to go about doing it. So it literally says like, follow up with 4 customers by writing a thank you card. Share a reel you've already made into one of your customer groups. Like it's telling them what to do. So it takes some of the overthinking out of it. But shockingly, it's helped me too. I created these cards and I don't know what kind of mood I was in when I did it, but now that I'm having to do what's on the card, it's kicking my own butt. So it's hard, but it's keeping me on task for sure.
I'm a firm believer in saying sometimes that we start this stuff because we need it more than we really realize it. And then we do, and we're like, what the hell was I thinking? But it just gets you back and kicks you in for this last quarter, guys, to knock things out. And again, just don't overthink it. So I'm going to let y'all go so I can go do a couple of things before the painters decide to show back up today. But remember, auto ships, customer service, checking in with your promoters. The main thing that I could tell you is you can show up to the Zoom every day for yourself. That's uber important, number 1. But number 2, if you learn something new or you feel motivated, it's your job to go and pass it to your team. If your team consists of 1 or 2 people, you are a leader, period, end of discussion. So you could go share one tip that you learned today with your team, whether you type it out, you voice memo it, or you do a live in your chat or your group, or you reach to your upline and say, hey, I learned this today on the Wake Up and Win. I would love to go live in the team page and talk about it. I want to encourage you to do that, because working together like that, it just empowers you and it also helps other people. So guys, have a great one. Tomorrow you will be seeing Jennifer and Courtney, and a lot of our faces will not be on here because we'll be on an airplane, but we'll be there in spirit, headed to go do a leadership retreat for Thrive. So with that, guys, make it a great day and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.